Hello, friends and fellow riders. Senior Speed here. What are you looking at? Well, you're looking at three people. Those three people are about 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet away from me. Where am I? Well, for those of you who know, I'm in Southern California, up in the high desert. And up here in the high desert of Southern California, there's a place, a very well-known place called Big Bear. And Big Bear is a mountain ski resort. Big Bear's elevation is about 8,000 feet or so. I live at about 4,000 feet. All right. So here we got some more people up here. Yeah, and so I have a good time where I live, but I also deal with a lot of changing weather conditions and things of that nature. Just going down into the valley from where it is that I live, because I'm up at about 4,200 feet myself. So it's very beautiful up here, as you can see, and I should have went a little further up so that you could see even better what it is that I'm trying to show you right now. So, what is this video going to be about? Big Bear Mountain, foothills? Nope. This video is just about me understanding and coming to terms with a new understanding that I have as far as the track is concerned. Track versus street, or street versus track. You know, here's what's going on with me now. I have to tolerate being on the street. I'm a commuter. I'll ride my bike to and from work. I love what I do when I do that. It's just a really great time. But I've been spoiled by being on the track. I mean, absolutely, positively spoiled by being on the track. There's no two ways about that, okay? And because I've been spoiled by being on the track, that's really cool. That guy put his hand up because he doesn't have turn signals, but what's funny is when he put his hand up, I thought about what you do when you exit the track. You need to let people know that you're getting off and you're going to be moving at a different pace other than a race pace. That's pretty funny. I love being on the track. I enjoy it a great deal. As a matter of fact, part of my goals here are to get my racing license. So I'll be doing that momentarily. Maybe sometime next month I should have my racing license, I do believe. And that of course opens up the door for another issue, which is my bike. I cannot be competitive with my Suzuki here. My 2002 Gixxer is just not going to be competitive. I guess I could make it competitive. I could switch out forks. I could, the front fork rather. It's real easy to upgrade on springs, on suspension. Not that I need to at the moment, but as it is now, there are just other things. Mainly, I'm thinking the frame. There are better frames that are out these days, and I haven't ridden any of the newer bikes that are set up like this one, like the 600 or 750. I haven't ridden those, and I guess I need to so that I can really get a comparison. But I was having some conversations with some people, very nice people, very good conversation, and they told me point blank, because that's the kind of questions I ask, that I won't be competitive to race. I can have fun and drop my lap times and do all kinds of really cool stuff, and I am going to pursue that, you know, with this bike. The problem is, for me, not so much that I am concerned about myself getting injured, but more than anything else, so many people just look at this bike and they go, oh my goodness, that's a beautiful bike, it's a great bike. I really like that bike, and I love that bike, I haven't seen those forever. Is it a 1000 or is it a 750? Is it, what is it, 600? And then I tell them, they go, wow, yeah, I miss those bikes. Those are my favorite ones that they made. What's that, a '01? And they're all the same from, I believe, either 2000 up to 2003 or 2001, 2, and 3. They're the same. But yeah, so for instance, for me to get a belly pan that I need to have for this bike and put a belly pan on here, they don't make a belly pan for these fairings, so of course I have to get race fairings. I don't have a problem with that. The problem is, as I start to put money into this bike, to set it up to be competitive for racing, I don't know if I'm throwing away money. It's like the same thing that happened with me when I decided, you guys saw my decision on purchasing a trailer, because I got tired of renting trailers. I didn't want to rent trailers anymore. I was throwing money away. So I decided what I would do is buy a trailer because it made more sense. So I did. I'm kind of at that same point right now. You gain knowledge as you move along in life. And I'm kind of at that same point right now where I'm thinking it makes a lot of sense for me to, if I'm going to be a club racer, to get a race bike, like, period. Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing that, so that I could do some really cool stuff that way. Here's something else I wanted to mention to you, and just, this video was going to stop at about 10 minutes, but I find that after spending all of the time that I've spent on the track and being out there and doing what I'm doing on the track, which is just so much fun, and I'm learning so much, and I can push the limits, and I've got, ambulance, paramedic people hanging out in case I push the limits that far and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I have been spoiled. I've just been spoiled. I love riding on the street. I love being out. I love commuting. I love using my Busa to commute. As a matter of fact, I've even toyed around with the idea of doing some racing with that in some kind of special class or category or something. But one thing that I intend to do, or there are two things I intend to do. One of them is going to Bonneville. When I get to Bonneville, what I'm going to be doing at Bonneville is straight line performance. When I do my straight line performance at Bonneville, I'll be using a Hayabusa. Will I be using the one that you guys already know about? That's a possibility. I may. I'm not sure. It depends on many things. But what I'm going to do at Bonneville, and the reason why I'm doing it at all, is because what I want to achieve is my own personal record. I'm not interested in breaking anybody else's record. I'm not interested in, oh yeah, look, this guy, I see that somebody had a record where they were on a Hayabusa 1340 and they set a land speed record, and I want to break their land speed record. Well, if that happens, it happens. That's not what I'm aiming for. What I want to do is set my own personal records. I want to leave a heritage legacy type of a situation, for my family. So they can say, oh, look, Dad did that. I remember when he was doing that, and that was really cool. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So that's why I'm getting my road racing license. That's why I thought I was going to go to Bonneville this year, but that's not physically going to happen. Logistically and monetarily, I'm not prepared to go to Bonneville. So there's a place near where I live, and it's called El Mirage. And at El Mirage, that's one other location where the Southern California Timing Association does times. They clock you. They're also the same people who time you out at Bonneville. So in order for me to make it into the record books, my name, my event, my bike, what I need to do is get over there and run on the salt flats. But before I run on the salt flats, I can practice at El Mirage, which is a dry lake bed in El Mirage, California. I think I showed you guys pictures of that before. So this is what I want to achieve and get done. And so we're going to see how that works out. Yeah. So that's all for now. I'm going to get back to you guys, possibly do a little bit of editing, and I'll see you on the flip side of all of this. So right now, Senior Speed is out.